So after many hours, the Imam finally comes in, and when he steps into the court, the Khalifa is upset with him. He says to him, where were you gone? We've been waiting for so many hours. This atheist has been, throwing his logic on us for so many hours. We're tired of listening to what he's saying. Why did you delay you're coming to the court? So the Imam said to the king, to the Khalifa, that let me explain to you what happened. A very unique incident took place. He said, what happened was I was coming towards the court. And because I lived in a village that was on the other side of the river, when I came to the river, it was too late. All the people that would give their ships or their boats for service, for transportation, they weren't there. So now when I was standing there was no way to cross the river. So he said, I was standing there in this thought, when all of a sudden from the bottom of the sea, planks of wood began to rise. He said, I knew fishes lived in the sea. I knew there were pearls at the bottom of the ocean and the sea, but I didn't realize that the wood came from the sea too. He said this wood came to the top. When I saw the wood, it was perfect cut. It was as if it was custom made for the purpose. And these nice, beautiful pieces of wood, these planks of wood were joining one by one with each other. And they gained the form, and they formed the shape of a ship. So I was looking at this, I was shocked. What's happening here? I've never seen this before. I can't see anyone doing this. And these planks of wood are coming one by one, and they're putting themselves into place. And now I have this boat in front of me. He said, I was looking at this boat, and I began to see water leaking through the planks of wood. Water was leaking through them. And then from the sea, I saw that a sealant came out and closed off these gaps, and no more water was leaking through. Then I thought to myself that I should get inside this boat. But then the thought came that this boat probably isn't weak enough. The planks have just joined. What if they break? What if they fall apart? And he said what happened was, these nails came out of the sea and this river, and they began to hit themselves into the wood. And they made a boat in front of me. So I was shocked. I thought to myself that, you know what, let me just mount this boat. Wherever it takes me, I'll go. Because the current of the river was flowing in the opposite direction we had to go. He said, let me get into this boat. I'll somehow guide it with branches to take me to the other side of the river. Once I get there, I'll walk to my destination. So he said, I mounted the boat. I got onto the boat. When I got onto the boat, to my amazement, this boat began to float against current, against the river. And there's no one guiding the boat, no navigator. The Imam said, I was totally shocked. And finally this boat not only went against the current and the flow of the river, it brought me exactly to my destination, exactly where I wanted to get off. The boat brought me there. I came there, I dismounted the boat, I got off the boat, and I walked, and here I am in front of you. So this whole incident was the reason for my delay. So this atheist was so excited that I'm going to blow this guy away for what he just said. What he just said makes no sense at all. I'm going to blow this guy away. So when he said this, the Khalifa then told the Imam, okay, take your place in the court, let's begin this session. So now, they start off with this atheist, and the atheist says, I begin my debate with sorrow, and I feel disgraced. That the Khalifa called me today to debate with this person who in your eyes is the most knowledgeable master of hadith, Quran, ilm al-bayan. He's a master of philosophy, master of psychology, master of all these different sciences you put in front of me. You put his resume in front of me. I thought I was going to debate someone, and this person you called in front of me, I feel ashamed to stand in front of this person because this person's insane. Forget about being knowledgeable. He's not even he doesn't even have a speck of knowledge. He doesn't even have a speck of understanding. He has no psychology. There's no reality to this person. How could you come to the river and expect a ship to come into existence from nowhere and bring you against the flow of current, or against the flow of the sea and the river, and bring you to your destination? This makes no sense. Why did you come in front of me? Why am I talking with you? Can I just go home, please? So when he said this, when he made this statement, the Imam said to the Khalifa that I believe my opponent has just accepted his loss. So this was the Imam's statement. Usually this is what he would say. He said, I believe my opponent has just accepted his loss. How did he accept his loss? He said to this atheist, that if you believe that this couldn't take place, this small incident, if you do not believe that a few planks can come out of the sea and form a boat, sealant can come and seal it off, nails can come and hold it strong, and this boat can flow against the flow of the river, this cannot all happen without someone doing it. If you do not believe this, then how dare your mind even accept that this world is in existence without the Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can these beautiful rivers be flowing? How can this river be sweet, this river be salty, but they do not join? مَرَجَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ يَلْتَقِيَانِ بَيْنَهُمَا بَرْزَخٌ لَا يَبْغِيَانِ فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. How could you believe that this human being, this 6-foot human being, this 5-foot human being is so perfect and there wasn't a creator? How could your mind even accept that? How could you believe that this brain that is so sophisticated, this came into existence without a creator? Do you think there was no one that created this? Can you believe that this nose that is so perfect, there was no creator to it? Can you believe these eyes, there was no creator to these eyes? Scientists, after thousands and thousands and thousands of years of study, they finally came out with the camera, and the camera still cannot compare with this eye. The image, the quality of my image right here is the same quality I have there, and the same quality I have miles and miles away. My eye can see so far away. My eye can see black and white and all different colors with it. Can you believe that there wasn't Allah that created this? Can you not believe, can you not see that your hands that are so perfect were created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And do you just look at your apparent body and think you just came into existence? What about all those processes and all those chemical reactions and all those and everything that's happening inside the body? The way this whole system is working, the way the digestive system is working, the way the defense system is working, the way every single part of this human being is functioning. Do you believe this all came into existence without a creator? How is that possible? Do you believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created such a sophisticated system inside the human being, and He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, covered the human being's body with this beautiful skin? If we were to rip our chest open for a moment, for example, if a person he went for a proposal to get married, and in front of him he found the girl that he's deciding to get married to, and her body is cut open. Is he going to marry her? He's going to run away. What is this person? What is this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He covered the impurities of the human being and quoted the human being in beauty. He showered His beauty onto the human being. The same human being, so disgusting that many of us, if we saw the inner part of the human being, we'd fall faint. We'd faint on the spot. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has power. The glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, glorified as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who created the human being and covered the human being. He carries on to tell this person, explain to this person, and this is the same thing that we must understand, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our creator. And if a person believes in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will find, and if a person wishes to look for the oneness of Allah, the reality that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our creator, look around you. And you will see only and only that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who created us. The beauty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in this world. The winds that flow in this, that blow in this world. The skies that are so high and so vast that when we're sitting in the plane, we open the window and we look out the window and our mind is shocked. Where is the end to the sea? Where is the end to the sky? No limits. If this is what our eye can see, for a moment have we thought, who created the sky? For a moment have we thought, who has the sky erected without any pillars? بِغَيْرِ عَمَدٍ تَرَوْنَهَا. Without any pillar at all, the sky is there. Who for a moment can understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who has created this earth with all the minerals in it, with all the insects inside it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who created this. Glorified is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, my creator, your creator.